Hey guys, this is Ree coming to you guys to talk briefly about what's going on the internet today. I don't know if you guys watched Joseline's Cabaret. Joseline's Cabaret centers around Joseline Hernandez, who used to be on Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She was like the breakout star that Stevie J, the producer that used to be with Bad Boys, brought to the forefront. Well, she has her own show on the Zeus network where supposedly, allegedly, it is centered around her trying to grab girls for a cabaret. Now, only problem is that Jocelyn doesn't know what a cabaret is, okay? Because the performance that was shown during season three, that's not a cabaret. That is a low end booty strip club, okay? But I digress. Cabaret is very classy. Google cabaret, like think of something of the 1930s and 40s. That is not what Jocelyn is giving. It was very classy. Clothes are usually kept on. You may get a titty shown out depending on what dance moves they're doing. It's a whole ensemble of a dance. It is not what Jocelyn is showing. So we know that her reason behind the shows is fake. But it's really just Bad Girls Club meets, Pimp My Girls. Like, I don't know. She's had three seasons. This is season three that we're currently on. And she is really just exploiting these girls. If you remember Jocelyn from Love and Hip Hop, Stevie J handled her like on some pimp and hoe relationship. Jocelyn, instead of growing from that encounter, she decides, you know what? I've made it, so now I can handle other girls the exact same way. She is not trying to elevate these women as she lied when she came on the Wendy Williams show. She is strictly on a pimp hole. Let me humiliate these girls. It's beyond exploitation. It's humiliate. Let me show the world that I can punk each one of these girls and on TV and show them that all of these broads are my bitches, as she likes to refer to them as. Well, anyways, we're on season three. Season three, girls, as I stated, she has literally found a way to put her hands or at least jump in the face of damn near all of them, or at least a good 75% of them. The reunion for season three was taped yesterday. The show is still playing, but the reunion was taped yesterday in California. Was it in California or was it in Vegas? No, it was in California, it was taped. I believe that's what Amber says. Well, a lot of the girls have come forward to express that a lot of fighting went down. Apparently, after the show, the original show, was aired, everyone is on social media. They are having online social media beef with one another. And, they're like, okay, well, it's on site when I see you at the reunion. And that's exactly what happened. Well, some of the girls came forward and spoke about how Jocelyn was actually fighting the girls as well. Jocelyn, who is bigger than more than half the cast, older than all the cast, was out there fighting these girls that she knows good and well will not fight her back, except for one. So, one by the name of Amber. Amber was on the show, and Amber was definitely made a name for herself. She was very much in your face, chaotic half the time. And Jocelyn decides to try to punk her during one of the scenes on the show. I'm talking about jumped in her face, pushed her in her chest, all of that good stuff. Well, after social media gets to Amber, of course Amber knows, like, yeah, you looking just as weak as the rest of these broads. Well, on the reunion, everyone else is fighting. And Amber, who has hands, Amber has fought a number of these girls, won every single time. And Amber decides that she's jumping in on a fight where a couple of the other girls, and this is all allegedly, but apparently a couple of the other girls named Raven and Diamond, who walked in as best friends, that they've been jumping everybody. Raven, Diamond, including a girl named Lollipop, they're all starting to jump a girl named Capri. Amber and Capri are friends. Amber decides to jump up to try to, at least reduce the amount of people that's jumping her friend. And then Joseline starts to attack Amber. Well, during the attack, allegedly, Amber says that Joseline decides to kick her dead in the chest with her boots, high heel boots. Amber gets back up. Joseline goes, kicks her again. Ballistic, who is Joseline's fiancé or boyfriend, whatever they call themselves, he decides to instigate it. Well, Amber finally realizes, yeah, we about to go there. She decides to get the best of Joseline, pops Joseline dead in the face. Joseline falls, apparently. And Ballistic, now realizing that, yeah, your girl's about to get her ass whooped, this big man decides to come around and puts his hand on Amber in front of the whole cast. Now, you didn't have Amber, who has been kicked in the ribs by Joseline. You had Amber, who has been hair pulled off, snatched up by the wig, put hands on by Ballistic to the point where she's on the ground. And security, apparently for what Amber says, security jumps in, and she says that security really starts to handle Ballistic. Well, Amber ends up in the hospital. Joseline and Ballistic flees the scene. From what Capri is saying during the live that she recorded on Instagram today, she says that the reason why that Joseline and Ballistic fled from the scene is because they were heavily on drugs, and Amber had already mentioned that she would be pressing charges. Of course, because I surely would if I end up in the hospital with a potential cracked rib. Yeah, I'm going to press charges on you. You have no business fighting me. Well, Joseline and Ballistic flees the scene. And Capri says that the reason for that is because if the police comes and somebody mentions that, hey, they on drugs, they have the right to then go and say, okay, give us a urine test and test them immediately to see who's on drugs and who's not. So they leave the scene, afraid of being arrested, afraid of whatever news is going to come out at that moment. Amber ends up in the hospital. She files a police report. She's on live crying today, expressing that she will be suing Zeus Network, Joseline, Ballistic. And honestly, I don't blame her. And I hope that once she calms down, that she holds fire to them and continues to sue them. Get your money. Because here's the problem that I have. Joseline has shown time and time again that she is for self and that she is just not a good person. Even when she talks nice to you, Joseline views everyone that she encounters as a pawn. Joseline is a street girl, and not every street girl is like this. I come from humble beginnings, so I'm not saying that everyone is like this, but Joseline has been, out of her own mouth, has been on survival mode since she was younger. Since she was, as she described it, stepping on glass in Puerto Rico, barefoot, in her low, poverty-stricken neighborhood, okay? Joseline has been on survivor mode. And not saying everyone that's on survivor mode, but definitely her upbringing, her background, everything in life regarding to Joseline is a pawn. It is a chess move. You cannot trust somebody like Joseline, no matter how hard you try to be nice to them. You cannot trust someone like that. These girls that came on there kissing Joseline's butt, and then Joseline in the green room is clowning every last one of them. And every girl that she feels that, oh, you thinking like you too tough with these other girls, I'm going to show them that you just my bitch. That you just, excuse my French, everybody, for that, but you just beneath me. She has been doing that since season 1. She's been putting her hands on these folks since season 1 and editing it to where she looks like the victorious one. At least that's what a lot of the girls have come forth and said. So with all of that said, even after Amber came forth and spoke and cried this morning about, man, like I ain't expect a man to put his hands on me, like I'm in pain. She shows, her rib, which is clearly bruised. And, even after that, Joseline decides to come forth on Twitter and say, yeah, Mortal Kombat. She brags about the hands that she put on them on the reunion as if this makes her like to be saluted. She is really viewing these girls on some pimp 1970s black exploitation film, pimp whole relationship. Now, a woman that went on the Wendy Williams saying that you were trying to elevate these girls. What is elevation when you are bragging about all of you are my bitches or my hoes until you die? And yeah, like all of this, like what is, Jocelyn is a horrible person. Horrible person. And brags about putting the hands on and then goes and claims and says, yeah, haha, there's nothing you can do about it because you've signed contract that prevents you from suing. So you admit to putting your hands on the girl. You're laughing that she ended up in the hospital. You're laughing that her ribs may be cracked, definitely bruised from what we can see. And you're stating that, well, you signed a contract, you can't sue. Jocelyn, that is where you are wrong. Let me tell you something. There are many courts that will throw that contract right out the window. And let me tell you why. Just like there are many courts that when you sign a contract with your job, when you first get hired and they make you sign that arbitration agreement or they make you sign that non-compete agreement, there are many courts, especially where I'm at in Texas, that will throw that right out. Why? Because you can't prevent somebody from working, right? Or you can't, it's like a stronghold that you're putting on a person. And then, of course, people are signing. And you're like, well, they signed it so they knew what they were doing and they didn't have to. They can say, listen, I signed that. I really needed a job. And it's like a bullying situation. And I know personally of plenty contracts being thrown out. So now we speak about contracts revolving around a reality TV where it's like, yeah, you can't sue us. And, like, oh, well, first off, it doesn't stop her from pressing charges on you. That's number one. It doesn't stop the police from getting involved when they see all of that bruising and then go, oh, well, you signed a contract. We can't arrest them. No, Johnson, doesn't stop that with your dumb ass. It does not stop the courts from looking and going, yeah, well, you signed this. Oh, well, especially when this girl ends up in the hospital. If that girl would have ended up dead from a heavy blow, from you kicking the crap out of her with some stiletto boots, and your big man, putting his hands on her, you mean to tell me the family can't sue because, well, she signed a contract? You crazy if you think that will hold up in court. You better look into the law. You better speak with an attorney to let you know, no, there are loopholes around all of that. And there are judges that will throw that right out of court. Throw that contract right out of court and hold you completely responsible. What do you think will happen with the Clermont twins and Oxygen Network regarding the Bad Girls Club? Every last one of those girls signed contracts. So you're just like, yeah, this one gets beat up, this one of that. You're crazy to think they didn't throw the Clermont twins lawsuit out because, well, you guys signed a contract after the girls in the house destroyed their things, expensive name brand things totaling up to allegedly $100,000 each, destroying Jela's things, and they just supposed to walk away from it? No. They still took Oxygen, Bad Girls Club, and everyone associated, the producing network, everyone to court. Still took them to court. And was held responsible, allegedly. I believe they settled out of court, I believe. But regardless, yeah, they took them to court. It wasn't thrown out. It was not thrown out because of a stupid contract that y'all forced them to sign, thinking that it now keeps you it keeps you safe. And it's not going to keep you safe, Joseline, because you are the executive producer. You and your man, executive producer, and I believe creator of the show. It's not going to keep you safe whatsoever. You had no business putting your hands on any of those girls if they all wanted to. Apparently, they said that she also used the boot on Riri. And they said everyone was shocked when she did that. And Riri has come forth to say that she is in pain. She's in pain. Let me tell you something. If Amber decides to stick to it and sue them, which I hope she does, because I'm sure there's plenty of attorneys probably in her inbox now looking like, girl, let me take that case. Especially when you find out that allegedly the owner of the Zeus network was on set when all of this was going down. So now that Zeus decides to release a statement as if this will exempt them from whatever lawsuit or charges that Amber or any other cast member goes after, it will not, especially knowing that the owner was on set. It will not. Well, allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly to everything. I was not there. This is just what a lot of the girls were saying. Allegedly. Right? So I hope that Amber sticks to it. I hope that Amber, don't let, now you calm down, you start to see the bruising heal, and you decide, you know what, I'm going to just let this go. Girl, get paid. Get paid. They exploited every last one of y'all. They say the check is very minuscule. It's very small. The main people getting paid is Zeus and Joseline. Exploiting y'all like crazy. A lot of them girls still went back to their hoods broke. And all that they're saying is, well, we got notoriety, and now we're getting paid for appearances here and there. Girl, all of that stuff runs out. You're getting paid for appearances right now during maybe like the next 3 months or so, maybe 6 tops. But it's going to run off and they're going to go to the next person that's hot at the time. Get paid to where you get to sit on that money or reinvest it into, I know you have like a catering business, whatever you want to do. I say that for you and Riri. That whatever it is that's going to get y'all out of those strip clubs. Get paid. That show needs to be canceled. Joseline Cabaret needs to be canceled. And it probably will be if they decide to go through with their lawsuit. It probably will be. Just like Bad Girls Club is no longer, they probably will be as well. Probably will be. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think about allegedly what took place. But Joseline knows who to play with, because Joseline only has that energy for people that she knows or at least feels that she can beat up, right? When Tommie was pressing her, and Tommie came forth and spoke today, when Tommie from Loving Hip Hop was pressing her, Joseline ain't want that smoke. When Jessica Dime from Loving Hip Hop was pressing her, Joseline didn't want that smoke. When Tammy Rivera, Wacka Flocka's ex-wife from Loving Hip Hop, was pressing her, Joseline didn't want that smoke. You caught her off guard at the reunion by pulling a ponytail, but so what? But when she was out in that parking lot trying to get to you, you didn't want that smoke. When Erica was ready to go another round with you, you didn't want that smoke. Erica, Scrappy baby mama. But you were easily to come after Mimi, because Mimi's more passive. Mimi Faust. You easily to come after these young girls, these impressionable girls on some pimp relationship. And you thought that Amber was going to let you make it because she let you make it on the show when you was pushing her in your chest and you jumped up in her face. You didn't realize the Amber was like, girl, forget you. And which made you to decide to put your hands on her here, or at least kick her in her ribs. And now she done dropped your ass to the point where your man had to come and save you. I strongly, or at least was about to whoop Joseline's ass. Because that's the only reason why Ballistic would jump in to put his hands, not to diffuse it, but to literally put his hands on that girl is because you knew your girl was either getting her ass whooped or about to get stomped out the moment she hit that ground. People need to put an end to Joseline regarding this bullying stuff. We got to stop entertaining that. There's something legit wrong in the head with Joseline. She plays everybody to the left. Joseline's a person that has no friends. She don't believe in friends. And she don't believe in friends because she is seeing you as a pawn. She don't trust you because she's thinking that everyone is moving like her. She thinks everybody is moving like her. I'm telling you, I know broads like that. You can never be a friend with a broad like that. No matter how kind they are in your face, you can't. Because they move like everybody's against them. Because they're moving in survival mode. So yes, that's all I want to say regarding this. This video went on too long, but yeah, I just want to know what you guys think about everything. And I just think like the show should be canceled. And it probably will be. If it comes back for season 4, I will be shocked. But okay, you guys take care. See you guys next time.